All right, so if you've ever spent any time with AI tools right from your command line, you know how incredibly powerful they are. Super fast, super direct. But you also know the workflow. Well, it can be a real pain. Today, we're diving into a tool that's built to fix all of that, turning your command line AI into a genuine AI coworker. You know that feeling, right? You're in the zone, deep in a session with something like Gemini CLI, the code or ideas are just flowing, and then you hit those little snags, those tiny frustrations that just completely shatter your focus. And that's really the heart of the matter. These command line interfaces are amazing, for sure, but they come with this very specific set of problems that can just grind your productivity to a halt. And these headaches are probably super familiar to you. You finish a great session and poof, the whole conversation is just gone. Forever. Want to work on two different things at once? Nope, not happening. And don't even get me started on trying to manage files or switch to a different AI model for a task. It's a total workflow killer. But what if there was a better way? Well, this is where AionUi steps in. It's not just another app. It's designed from the ground up to be your AI Cowork, a single, clean, graphical hub that tackles every single one of those problems. So what is AionUi really? Think of it like this. It's a free, open-source application that lives right on your own computer. It's basically a beautiful, user-friendly dashboard that tames all those powerful but kind of clunky command line tools. And the best part? It comes with Gemini CLI baked right in, so it works from the second you install it. And this really gets to the core of what they're trying to do. Make your AI interactions easy and visual. Give you the freedom to use multiple models. And maybe most importantly, keep all your data safe and secure, locally on your own machine. All right, let's get to the good stuff. We're going to look at what AionUi calls its superpowers. These are the key features that directly attack and solve those command line frustrations we've been talking about. First off, it completely changes the game for session management. AionUi automatically finds all the AI tools you have installed and pulls them into one clean interface. And from that point on, every single conversation is saved locally. You can run multiple chats at the same time, each with its own separate context. No more losing your work, no more getting projects mixed up. Now, this is a huge deal. AionUi's whole goal here is to free your AI assistant from being trapped in a single terminal window. The ambition is pretty clear. Make your tools available to you 24/7 from whatever device you happen to have, wherever you are. And here's exactly how it pulls that off. You can run AionUi in a special Web UI mode, which lets you access everything from a browser on your phone, tablet, whatever. You can even hook it up to chat apps like Telegram. And for the power users out there, it's totally server ready, so you can set it up for your entire team across the network. Here's another massive productivity boost. The preview panel. So when the AI generates a file for you, say a PDF, a Word doc, or a chunk of code, you can see it instantly right inside AionUi. No more switching apps. With support for over 9 formats, this is just a huge time saver. And the features just keep coming. You can schedule automated tasks to run around the clock. You can let the AI clean up your messy folders. You can even generate images directly with Gemini. And you can tap into a whole library of specialized assistants and skills, or you can build your own. Okay, so this all sounds fantastic, but how does it actually stack up against the competition? To really see where AionUi shines, let's put it head-to-head with a similar tool that's out there called Claude Cowork. And wow, the differences are pretty stark. Claude Cowork, it's macOS only. AionUi runs on Mac, Windows, and Linux. Claude is locked into its own model. AionUi, it supports everything from Gemini to OpenAI and even local models through Ollama for total privacy. And then there's the cost. $100 a month for Claude Cowork versus completely free and open source for AionUi. Yeah. So when you just lay it all out there, the verdict is crystal clear. AionUi is basically the souped up, more flexible, and way more accessible version. It takes that core idea of a graphical AI helper and just makes it available to everyone on any machine with any model they want for free. Now, you might be hearing about all these features and thinking it sounds complicated, but honestly, one of AionUi's biggest strengths is how ridiculously easy it is to get started. Let me show you. It really is this simple. Seriously, you just download the app for your computer, connect an AI service, which can be as easy as logging in with your Google account, and that's it. you're done. You can start chatting right away.
And the best part is, you don't need to be some kind of command line genius. Because Gemini CLI is built right in, it just works the second you finish installing it. There are no extra hoops you have to jump through.
We have access to these incredible AI models that can help us work in ways we never thought possible. So it only makes sense that the way we interact with them should be just as powerful. AionUi makes a really, really strong case that it's the tool to finally close that gap, which really only leaves one question. Your AI tools are this powerful. Isn't it time their interface was too?